All right, I have to take those off for a sec. That was really loud. Oh, good Lord, these things are powerful. This video is sponsored by Sophos Home. AirPods Max are officially available for those who pre-ordered on launch day. And real quick before we get into the video, if you're one of those folks who ordered a little too late and now you're staring at the 12 to 14 week back order, these are available at your local store right now for pickup, or at least some of them are. As of right now, I looked at my local stores and I can pick them up tomorrow because I guess the time slots to go pick them up are out. So if you want to go get some, you probably still could directly from the Apple Store. So anyways, yes, here are the new highly controversial AirPods Max. Why are they so controversial? Well, it's because these are insanely expensive at $549. And if you're looking to buy one of these, then this video, I'm really just gonna give you my first impressions. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should go out and buy them. We'll do that in a later video where we compare to some other competitors out there like Bose, Sony, and Sennheiser, and we'll do that later this week. So in this video, I just wanted to give you my first impressions of the AirPods Max and what I think about them. So, for $549, you get the headphones inside of the box. They're already placed inside of what Apple is calling the smart case, and a couple of pieces of paper, some paperwork, and one single USB-C to Lightning cable. That is it. There's no adapter. Again, that is the theme. You're not getting one, so you're going to need to spend an extra $20 to $30, and that's really all you're getting inside of the box. The headphones, when you take them out of the box though, they provide this really satisfying, extremely cold to the touch feel. And the stainless steel mixed with that mesh fabric, it's really, really nice. I was really pleasantly surprised. These are probably some of the more premium headphones that I currently own, at least in terms of construction and build quality. Now the rest of the design is pretty minimal. You do get a button on the right ear cup. You get a power button, or at least it looks like a power button, but it's really for noise cancellation and transparency, and then there is a digital crown. Yes, Apple ported over the digital crown from the Apple Watch and brought it to the AirPods Max. And pretty much any function, aside from, again, noise cancellation and transparency, which is what that other button is for, pretty much any other function is toggled by using the digital crown. So when you do use the crown, you can again turn it for volume, up and down. You can skip tracks by double tapping to go forward, triple tapping to go back, and if you press and hold, you'll activate Siri, and a single tap will just do play and pause. I'm really happy with this button choice. I really, really like it. I was worried that the digital crown was gonna be like kind of too small. Obviously, I know Apple's smarter than that and they needed to make a bigger version, but I was worried about the placement and if it would be hard. Not at all a problem. I really like using this. I do kind of wish there was a traditional power button, however, so that I actually have comfort of knowing that they're on or off. I'm not really sure why, because any other standard AirPods don't operate that way. They all operate this way, where you put them inside of the case and they're being charged up and you kind of assume they're off. Now the smart case for the AirPods Max, they won't actually charge the device, but what they do is they put your headphones into an ultra low power state to conserve battery. Then when you take them out of the case, they turn back on and are ready to use. That's really the only way you can turn them quote unquote off. If you leave them out like this, after a few hours or once they get down to a certain point in battery, then they'll go into that ultra low mode. I kind of wish there was a way to toggle that mode on so that if I wanted to just kind of put them down flat on my desk and walk away and not put them back in the case, I didn't have to. So I do wish that was something that I could do. All right, so while we're on the topic of this case, let's just go through it real quick. When I first saw it from the press releases and the other videos, I was not a fan. And holding it in my hands, yeah, I'm still not a fan. I don't understand why we need something like this for a pair of $549 headphones. There are so many other headphones out on the market that give you like legit massive hard cases, and they don't need to be that big, but something that's actually going to protect my headphones. I'm not super convinced that this case will protect the most important part of the headphones in the band area where you have stainless steel and there's, there could be some scratches that are going on and the ear cups kind of rub together, and I don't know, I'm not super thrilled with this idea of using this as the way of transporting, your headphones. Not to mention that you have to carry it from the band, which is probably the least durable part of these headphones. So I don't understand what the point of this is. I'm not a big fan. And the fact that they use the same material as Apple's Magic Keyboard case, or at least I think they did, because that's what it feels like. And that material gets really gross. You get fingerprints and grime all over it. Just not a huge fan. One more quick note about the design. The ear cups are actually detachable, which is really cool. You can swap them out for another color if you want, or if they start to get kind of gross and worn out, you can buy new ear cups and just pop them on. It's super easy, and you don't have to worry about them falling out. They're very strong, but not too strong to where it's hard to get them out. Now, when Apple designed these headphones, they definitely tried to make them optimal for comfort, and even though these headphones are super heavy, with the metal all around the ear cups, they are really comfortable in my opinion. I'm extremely impressed. This mesh band at the top, it feels really nice. It's definitely really breathable. And it does a really good job of just distributing that weight evenly. I really like the way these feel. It's early and I need to wear them for longer periods of time, but I personally don't think they're very heavy. Some other people might have a different opinion, but I like the way they feel. And I really like these telescoping arms that are used to adjust the length of the ear cups. All around, it just feels really premium. And finally, before we get into my thoughts on the overall sound quality, we need to touch on the features that Apple offers with the AirPods Max. Aside from traditional active noise cancellation and transparency mode, Apple says the AirPods Max offer up computational audio thanks to two H1 chips, one on each side. This will allow for the headphones to adapt to the audio that you're listening to, and not only that, but the environment and the fit of the seal and the ear cushions and just everything going on. And even if you're watching videos, it will adapt that sound as well, and it will add in its spatial audio feature that we saw introduced with the AirPods Pro to make it seem like the sound is coming around you. Apple also added adaptive EQ, which will allow for your headphones to again adapt to the fit around your head and adjust the frequencies of what you're hearing on the fly for a better listening experience. And if you just can't help but listen to music at extremely high volumes, you will get distortionless playback even at maximum volume, which is kind of crazy, but also I don't recommend because your ears are important and that's one quick way of just damaging your ears. So with all of that said, how do these guys sound? Well, if you want to see a video of when I first tried these on not that long ago, before I shot this portion of the video, you can see my first listening test and see my genuine reactions. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna turn these up all the way up. So here it is. It's turned up all the way. I'm probably screaming. I can't hear myself at all. Amazingly clear this loud. It's also a really weird feeling to not be able to hear yourself. Wow. All right, I have to take those off for a sec. That was really loud. Well, you probably guessed it, they sound pretty incredible. I'm extremely impressed with just how crisp everything sounds. The noise cancellation is top notch. And when I do raise the volume to extremely high levels, actually I raised it all the way up, I literally can't hear myself talk. It's actually a really weird thing to experience. They're so loud and they're so good at blocking out the outside world that I can't hear anything else at all. But also, they're completely crisp, no distortion whatsoever, and they sound the exact same as they would at 50% volume. And one last thing I do want to mention is that you do get the same setup experience as every other set of AirPods. But one thing I really didn't see anyone else talk about was head or neck detection. I guess that was probably a given, but I don't know, I was kind of wondering if that still was a thing, and yes it is. Basically when you take the headphones off of your head, music stops playing, and if you put them around your neck, it's gonna stay off. But then once you put them back on your head, they will in fact start playing again. So I don't know why I was concerned about that, but that is something that's still available and it's just good to know. Also, if you're wondering about battery life, Apple has these rated at 20 hours, which is a little lower than some of the other pairs out there. That can get about 30 hours, but I haven't really had them long enough to really test that out yet, but we'll let you know soon. So again, this video wasn't meant for me to tell you whether or not you should spend $550 on the AirPods Max, but rather give you my first impressions, and later this week I'll tell you if they're worth buying over some of the other premium Bluetooth headphones that are out there on the market today. Now before we end today's video, I do want to give you more information about today's sponsor, Sophos Home. Sophos Home is security and privacy built for an entire family, regardless if they're Mac or PC users. It utilizes the same award-winning security features that keep Fortune 500 companies safe, stopping malware, ransomware, hacking exploits, and much more. Sophos Home also protects what you do online, keeping web-based banking and shopping safe and secure, protecting webcams, microphones, and even what you type. Sophos Home secures your privacy, and to make all this protection simple, Sophos Home allows you to manage security on up to 10 computers, located anywhere in the world via the cloud. It's the best way to digitally protect your family or even your neighbors. And if you want more information about Sophos Home, visit the link in the description down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.